welcome to another video on the JayBee
Hey.
and Milly channel. Today we are going to be doing another Scooby top 10, and today's top 10 is going to be our favourite 10 Scooby intro songs. Feel like that's the right way to say it, right, JayBee? Ultimately, JayBee is going to have some elaborate scheme.
No.
There is 33% of this score given to the lyrics of the song. There is 33% given to the music, background music of the song. There will be 12% given to the video of the song.
Okay, okay. So, here's the thing. I'm titling this video Top 10 Scooby Doo theme songs. So, given that into consideration, I'm going to lay out my categories, my criteria, to see if they align, because equally we could have another top 10 intros, top 10 openings. So, please, because that's something that I'm going for. So I'm gonna have 3 categories. 1, lyrics. If there is lyrics, I want to analyze them. 2, instrumentals. Why are you laughing at me? How catchy they are and how happy they make me. And I guess 3, no list can be without its biases. So a lot of it is gonna be how much it pumps me up for the series. So how much it sets up the tone of the show, the vibe of the show, and I guess my own personal nostalgia. So that's me in a nutshell. I am going to be a bit biased because there's some really good songs in here for shows that I'm not too aware of. So that's just my disclaimer. So what's your criterion?
It's just how much I enjoy it.
Okay, it's respectable.
3, 2, 1, let's go. My 5th place is... I'm gonna get hate from the get-go here from purists. Scooby Doo, where are you?
You just added that in just so it was on there. You did.
I like the song. If
it's not further up than number 5, it's just on there. Like I didn't.
No, there's only 6 that I actually like.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Well, did you do honourable mentions?
Yeah, there was 1 honourable mention.
Okay, so explain what you enjoyed. Well, explain yourself with Where Are You? Because it's a good choice.
Scooby Doo, Where Are You? The music's fun. It's one of the first things you think of when you think of Scooby Doo. They were dancing to that song on Strictly Come Dancing, and we heard it in the store as well, I think, over the Halloween period. Like, I
think it was Asda, or Poundland.
It's something that when I hear, I'm like, oh my gosh, yeah, it's this. I'm not unhappy to hear it, but at the same time, it's very much of its time in that it's not very elaborate or exciting. There's not exactly a tempo that makes you want to like jump out of your seat, bouncing around and like be pumped up for the episode.
Yeah, I see that, and I think you're not going to get as much hate as me, but here's the thing. In terms of... Another concept I had was top 5 Hanna-Barbera intros, but I think you needed more time with that.
I wouldn't know what
that's my point. And honestly, I would love to see an alternate world where Hoyt Curtin did a intro for Scooby-Doo, because he did all the Hanna-Barbera ones except for Scooby-Doo. And I think my favourite of all time is the Flintstones. So for all I love Scooby-Doo, Where Are You? I don't think it's quite up there with the rest of the Hanna-Barbera intros, but it's undeniably iconic. So full respect for you putting it at number 5. I can't promise that I'm going to be so generous with it, but I might be.
Okay,
my number 5, and you're going to rip me apart now. So please don't. You actually... Okay, I'm too scared to say mine. Mine is Mystery Incorporated. So... No,
that's fine. If you'd have made it top 1, I'd have ripped you apart.
There's no lyrics, so I can't... No, I don't think there needs to be lyrics. So I can't add that in. I can't grade that like that.
For me, without music, without lyrics, it's just like an interlude.
No, well, here's the thing. I think the visuals, the composition make up for it, and also the quality of the series, and the fact that
we're not judging the series, we're judging the song.
You didn't pay attention to my criteria.
You said the quality of the series.
You didn't pay... Yeah, I know, but you didn't pay attention to my criteria. You didn't pay attention to my criteria.
I know they did.
Listen to me.
Not right.
Listen to me next time. Listen to me next time. This is it, just pay attention. This is what, like a 10-minute video, and you've not paid attention yet, so pay attention. So,
Criteria.
So, okay, we're getting the giggles. But my point is the instrumental gets me pumped up, and for a darker toned show, I think the song it wouldn't do well with the kind of groovy 80s aesthetic as some of them. So that's it. Mystery Incorporated number 5.
Okay, on to 4th place. This might shock you.
Ooh.
Because I feel like today's the first time I heard it. This isn't a show that I've ever seen an episode of, really. And that's a Pup Named Scooby Doo. I kind of like the kind of, you know how it almost sounds like it's a chorus of people singing it? You know, kind of how you'd imagine a song in Hairspray where there's like the 3 women singing together is kind of like a chorus or something.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of got like Hairspray vibes from it. I actually really enjoyed listening to it. It's a fun song.
Yeah, I see that. To the extent that a Pup Named Scooby Doo is my number 4 as well.
Ooh, okay.
So we are quite literally on the same page.
It'd be higher for you.
It's good, but there's just some that I like a bit better, and some that pump me up a bit more.
Okay, 3rd place. So these are the 13 Ghosts of Scooby Doo.
Really?
I really like the episode, the intro.
The episode? Are you grading it on the episode?
I really like the intro. I feel like it sets the scene well. It's a bit creepy. And I also like how it all transitions across to the Curse of the 13th Ghost as well. And yeah, I like it.
What's your favourite part?
Honestly, just kind of the sinister, like, undertone of it. Do you know what I mean? Not the lyrics, the kind of... Honestly, just the backtrack of it alone, you could have playing in your house on Halloween, and it would fit well. Which I think fits the series well.
It reminds me of... I don't think you can have it on in the background for Halloween, but I think it has Halloween song vibes in that... I think back to classic Halloween songs, or songs that would have been used back in my day for Halloween. So Thriller by Michael Jackson. That ends with a very spooky laugh, and that's very... And I think okay, comments can correct me, but I'm sure that's the laugh of Vincent Price. Now, with, you know, Vincent Price going, only you can return the demons to the chest. That's
because
very...
you let them out.
That vibe. So I know what you're saying. What are you saying?
Okay, your 3rd place.
The new Scooby Doo Mysteries, which is the one that's like, hey, Scooby, how have you been? You know, it's that kind of 80s one. And I think that's just because I'm in love with the idea of the 80s music. I mean, that's just all I can say. It's so 80s that I love it, even though I don't know of the 80s. It's just any time a movie or a show is set in the 80s, I take a shot every time I say the 80s. Every time anything's vaguely 80s related, I'm there for it. It's my favourite era of everything, more or less. Like Stephen King books, some of my favourite movies are from the 80s. I just really love the 80s. I don't even know if it was released in the 80s, but it sounds like the 80s.
Okay, and with that, we're moving on to our top 2. Now, my 2nd place is the new Scooby Doo Show.
The new Scooby Doo Show?
That's what you told me it's called, right?
I made a mistake there. It's the one that goes... Couldn't have a show. Wait, was it? Got it all together. Yeah, I'm so sorry. That's just the Scooby Doo Show.
Why did you tell me the wrong thing then?
Because I made a mistake. Look,
I work too many hours to be awake enough to know this stuff.
It's 8:30, and I've actually done a lot to this. So it's 8:30. Hey. So yeah. You know what? I did the same one as well, though. So let's be friends.
That's what we mean.
Yeah, the Scooby Doo Show. So we've got the same number 4.
We're going to have the same number 1, number 2, and number 4. Because you can't dispute number 1.
Look, we've had the same number 4, same number 2. And you can remind me when the honourable mentions are, because I always forget.
You can shush. Okay, so with that, we're coming on to our top place spot. So far, we've agreed on number 2 and number 4. And honestly, if we disagree on number 1, you will hear the divorce filed here. Like, genuinely.
Oh, you can't mention divorce. I'm going to scrap the whole episode.
So before we get to what is undisputedly number one
Can we do
for Scooby-Doo theme songs and stuff, okay? We have honourable mentions, songs that it could have been, themes that it could have been. And for me, the only honourable mention is for Guess Who. I genuinely really enjoyed that. But I will let you, we're going to switch it up. Tell me your honourable mention.
Yes, okay, this is my daddy. So, I got 3 honourable mentions because I had to put the work in. So 1, Scooby Doo, Where Are You? You can't deny the start, you can't deny the classics, right? And look, I'm a Doctor Who fan, so I've learned not to hold on to the first, right? I enjoy David Tennant more than I enjoy William Hartnell. You know what I mean? I think it's like
that's gone over our American audience's head.
It has, but I don't, you know what I mean? I don't take first things too seriously, right? So I love Scooby Doo, Where Are You? It's iconic, without a doubt. The most iconic Scooby intro so far. It just isn't to me. It doesn't have the nostalgia. It doesn't have the lyrical miracle. It doesn't pump me up the way the others do. But I still like it. And then there's the new Scooby Doo movies. I think I'm a bit harsher on this because we're fresh off reviewing pretty much all of those episodes now, so it's kind of a bit
been a struggle
associating it with not work but with chores almost. So I like it, but maybe I'll think more favourably on it in a year's time.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't like this, but I had to have this in there. The Laff-A-Lympics.
No, that's fine.
It's such a fun intro, and I associate it with childhood. You know, it was a comfort show to me when I was collecting insects, being a baby, pooping my pants. You know, all the kind of little baby things. That was all paired with watching the Laff-A-Lympics. So yeah, I've got a soft spot for it. So you now.
Okay, what we're gonna do is I'm gonna count down from 3.
No.
And when I've said 1, we're both gonna say our first place at the same time. Please know there is a right and a wrong answer.
There isn't.
Okay.
That's a disclaimer. If you don't agree with this list, you're completely valid.
No, you are. JB's not.
Oh, great.
But you're meant to be my future husband, JB. Like, this is a make or break relationship.
They should make this a game show, shouldn't they?
You ready?
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
What's new Scooby Doo? Aye. And for everyone else that loves What's New Scooby Doo theme tune, we have an interview with the writer and composer of this theme tune, Rich Dickerson. I'll leave that linked in the description. Oh, seriously, actually, I shouldn't have said that because that makes it sound biased. But genuinely, you can go back to videos, and this is the good part about having so much content out. You can go back to way before we even spoke to Rich Dickerson.
Before we started interviews.
This is, yeah, even just with the reviews. I think even if you go to our first ever 5-star talk as well with Smash, we mentioned What's in Scooby Doo theme tune. Like, and it's our era as well. If you line up our ages, born 1998, how old would we be in 2002?
4.
So we were literally that age to see the reruns. Like, because if it was released 2004 to, I guess, 6 or 7, we would be at the latter end of seeing season 3 live. And of course, the reruns of seasons 1 and 2. So maybe a bit nostalgia, but I don't think so with this one. I think this is just unanimously great.
I mean, for me, What's New is timeless. Like, Where Are You is good for its time, but you wouldn't dance to it the same way you dance to What's New. Like, now, 18 years later, no, 2002, so it's 20 years later, I could still dance to What's New. I feel like 20 years from now, I could dance to What's New with my kids. Like, I am not feeling that way about Where Are You. There's something about that song that's just, it is the epitome of energy.
Yeah.
Like, you physically feel the energy kind of, like, I don't know, it's difficult, but like, you genuinely feel like a wave of energy washing over you when this song starts playing.
Like, it could just be a normal, like, it's Simple Plan, right? And
but
they do that in festivals, at concerts, and everyone goes nuts for it.
Yeah, because there's the memory where the person who wrote the song actually went to the Troubadour, and, well, you can hear the full story on, like, one of our interviews, but, like, they went to the Troubadour to see Simple Plan, and Simple Plan were just playing this song that they'd written, and they were like, oh my gosh, like, wow. And not only that, but, like, it wasn't meant to be performed by Simple Plan. Again, see the interview, there's kind of more context there, right?
Yeah.
But it nearly wasn't this song. And if you think about who was meant to have sung it, it would have very strong Where Are You vibes. It wouldn't have that vibe. It'd be like...
Or it'd be like a What's New Pussycat parody.
Do you know what I mean?
What's new, Scooby Doo? Whoa, whoa, whoa. What's new, Scooby Doo? Whoa, whoa. Okay, so like, comment, and subscribe.
JayBee and Milly.